What is going on, everybody? Believe it or not, Chris's ex might not be pregnant. One of the couples, or maybe more, are throwing around the L word like crazy. Crazy? We'll see. And yes, Haley thinks Jacob might be ugly. That's what we're talking about here on a brand new episode of The Jasmine Show. My name is Vince.
I'm Jasmine.
And we are here, of course, to talk about Married at First Sight, folks.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. Name of the episode. I got it right this time. Shout out to Mom and Millennial that we. I watched their episode right before we recorded ours, so I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the name of the episode." The name of the episode is Three Little Words.
What are the 3 little words?
I would assume it would be, "I love you."
Oh,
I would assume.
thank you.
All right. The married strangers explore the potential to fall in love in the real world. Some couples are falling in love, but others are not so sure. So today we got to see, or last episode, I guess, we got to see the couples do one of my favorite exercises, which is where the experts send them like questions and stuff like that to ask each other about their love and build intimacy and stuff like that. We also got to see Jacob's house, folks. That's what we've been waiting for this whole time. We got to see a little bit of it before, but we got to see the whole thing. So the first couple that I have is also gotta thank our subscribers, right? Gotta take the time.
And shout out to my cousin Brandon. Happy birthday.
Hey, today's Brandon's birthday. Yo, happy birthday, Suntan. Happy birthday, Brandon. Yes, thank you every single one of our new subscribers. We got 100. We got a honey, baby. We got a honey. We reached
shout out to y'all.
Thank you so much for subscribing, for taking the time to appreciate us. Any other content y'all want, please hit us. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, of course. Subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Jazz is usually live tweeting
The Jasmine Show
during the show
everywhere.
at The Jasmine Show. Now, let's get to these couples, y'all. First thing I have is Haley and Jacob. Do you have anything about Haley and Jacob?
I feel like they showed a lot of Haley and Jacob this episode, actually.
I think they did, mainly because it was at Jacob had a little shindig at his crib.
Well, Haley, I guess they had some conversation off camera where he's like, "Are you like attracted to me or whatever?" I guess he got the vibe because Haley just is not the type that directly says, "I'm not," like she's not direct. She tries to like go around stuff until you ask her a direct question and she has to give you an answer.
She being nice, or
I think she's being respectful, and I think that she's just. I kind of feel like Haley is hoping that the attraction grows.
Absolutely.
I think that she sees parts of his personality that she enjoys. Like, he's not boring. He ain't Ryan for sure. Like, so I think that I don't think that attraction is just about physical. I feel like there's different ways to be attracted to people. You can be intellectually attracted to them. You can be attracted to their personality, and all those things add to being physically attracted. So I think that that's what she's leaning on right now, but he's so like honed in on, oh, is she attracted to me? Oh, is she attracted to me? Instead of just being himself.
it's a big thing.
I feel like being himself and not being like that naggy guy will get him where he wants to
especially for him, though. Clearly, that's something that he has an issue with. His attraction is not there, and I'm gonna need, we're gonna have to talk about some things.
But Haley came home and she had bought him some like nice shirts or whatever.
Shout out to
I
her
thought
for
that it was a nice gesture, and the shirts look really nice on him.
I thought it was alright.
She said maybe buying him some clothes that aren't from the 80s will bring some attraction. I'm like,
There you
I don't
go.
know.
There you go.
I don't know about
Some
that.
different type of clothes. He didn't seem like he was feeling it at first, but I feel like he had to admit that. Like, all right,
He's like, these are nice.
this
And
looks
then he
decent.
finally said thank you. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, I feel like that warrants like a hug when she comes in with it. Like, oh, thank you initially. And she's like, oh, do I get a fashion show? Like, I feel like she's doing her best with what she's got. To be honest, I feel like she's trying.
That's it. That's all you can do.
To communicate and stuff like that. So
immediately after he said thank you, though,
he ruined the moment.
He was very upset because she did the same thing again. She went and hung out with Paige for like 3 hours or something like that, from like 9:30 to like 12:30 p.m., whatever. And he was just in the house in the apartment.
I guess
chilling,
he was waiting for her. He waited up for her. He was waiting for her to come back.
He wanted to be at his house with his neon. That's what he was. He was like, yo, you just left me. She's like, I didn't know that you needed me to. That's something that the wives are going to need to get, not to say to be controlling, but you got to hit somebody
You
up.
got to tell your husband that you're coming home late. Like,
Let somebody
you don't
know.
just leave it open-ended, especially because it's nighttime, so he's waiting up for you. And I feel like a real husband should wait up for you
Absolutely.
for the most part. So she here she go with this miscommunication thing again. Like the last time the girls hang out, she should have communicated that, and this is another time she should have communicated it. What I don't like is the couples are pointing out, yeah, because you haven't been in a relationship for years, so you don't know. You're just not ready. I'm like,
You're not ready for this.
Why are you attacking each other? That's an attack to me.
I think so. That's all I had about them, aside from.
And he brought up divorce too. That was the other thing I didn't like.
He said that.
He says, do you want to like develop anything beyond a friendship, like, or do you want to at least leave this relationship, divorce with a friend? And I'm like, why are you bringing up divorce? What's the purpose of that? You're 2 weeks in. Relax.
Don't do it, Jake. Only other thing I had about Haley and Jacob was that her friends mentioned when she talked to them that they understand him a little bit more just by talking to him, and that they think that she should talk to his friends a little bit more. And then of course she's like, "These guys is old. I don't know. I don't know why you want me to." But that's
she
all.
Said her friends are older and his friends are older.
Yeah, but his friends are older than her old friends.
Okay, whatever.
What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Moving on to Eric and Virginia. I have absolutely nothing about Eric and Virginia aside from the fact that he went on his first work trip. So they got to spend some time away, and she got to get the feel of like what it's gonna be like to be in the house by herself, being a pilot's wife and stuff like that. She didn't seem like she turned up too much. Or did we not get to see?
We don't know.
We don't
I'm
know.
very concerned about Virginia because when they be zooming in on her like skin and stuff, I'm like, she needs to stop drinking because her skin looks horrible.
Jenny.
It looks horrible.
Jenny, come on.
The only thing I agree with Virginia this episode was about the mimosa proportions.
Did they do half and half?
He said he thinks it's half and half. She said it's a splash of orange juice. And from my experience, I don't even drink mimosas, but I know it's supposed to be a splash.
I was like, you don't even like orange juice.
It's a splash.
It's a little bit more than a splash, but just a little bit. But you a Bellini girl.
I am. But a splash.
A splash of the, okay. I'll take it.
Puree,
I like a little orange in my mimosa. That's all. Anything else about Eric and Virginia?
So they had their little love questions and stuff.
Yes.
Like that.
So again, this is one of my favorite parts of the season.
I thought this episode was boring as hell.
Yeah. No, all right. So we should have started with that. This episode was pretty boring. Why? It
was a snooze fest.
Because we did not have the star of the show. No, we did have the star of the show at some point.
But not long enough.
We did, but yeah, we only got little snippets. And he was being nice this episode. So we'll talk more about Everybody Hates Chris. But yes, go ahead about their love conversation, which I love.
Virginia asked Eric, have you been in love since you've been married? And he's like, yeah, the last 3 years. I mean, I've dated a ton of girls, but I always compare them to what I used to have. And I'm like,
that was the wrong thing to say.
You're comparing people to what you used to have. Why you don't have it no more? If it was so great, why you still not with your ex?
She's afraid that he might still be, not that he might still be in love with his ex, but more that she won't be able to compare herself or match up to that, or that's just exactly what she was. That's all that he's going to be thinking about and looking for.
See, this is what Kristen Page should have did. You know how we're sitting here guessing about Eric's ex and she's not on the show?
Yeah.
That's what they should have kept that energy.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that, but
we just creating stories in our head about his ex.
Drama. I mean, they was together for 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
They were together for like 3 years before that too, though. That's a long time to be with someone. So
that's a long time.
Virginia said that she's seen so many marriages end in hate, and that hit hard to me because I'm like, in hate. That's a strong word. Most people, like, I don't know. I know some people that have been divorced. I don't know that they hate their exes. Hate is a strong word.
Hate is a strong word. It depends.
But she said the only healthy relationship that she's seen is like her sister and her sister's partner.
That's beautiful. And again, we've known from her family that said it, from their own mouths. Yeah, we trash. We don't know nothing about love. So good luck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a little bit alarming to me. Who's next?
Let's get to Ryan and Clara, who I also don't have anything. I also don't have anything about.
The only thing I had was Ryan took her out on a donut date, which was very amazing. Clean.
That was dope.
He asked her what her favorite vegetable is. She said, "I'm not into vegetables." I was like,
I hate people that say that. I'm sorry.
My goodness.
I know some of y'all are watching, but I hate people that say
vegetables are delicious. Broccoli, asparagus.
Some.
Get you some.
Get some greens in your life, please. It's
Jacob.
Good. It's good for your insides. Yes. Please do this.
So he took her on a donut date. I must say those donuts look bomb.
Right.
Especially because we don't be eating donuts like that, but them donuts
I
look
wasn't
bomb.
like paying attention. I think I was washing dishes or something. I wasn't paying attention to the donuts, but they did look alright.
They look good.
I would want to go to whatever place that is.
They looked better than Ryan apparently because he was going into a whole intellectual conversation and she was just dogging him donuts. She did not care about nothing he had to say.
You know how you go to like a bar or something? What was it? You introduced me to the flights and stuff like
Oh,
that.
flights.
Where you get the little shots of different drinks and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
you could try out.
That was
I want
her with the donuts.
I want a donut flight. They had a little platter. It was nice. I want the Oreo one. But yeah, what was Ryan talking about?
Ryan was talking about like what motivates him and what drives him, and she's like, yeah, I feel like I just came to a motivational speaking thing for free donuts, and I'm like, that's hella disrespectful. You continue to say that you want certain things in a man, you want somebody that's racially ambiguous, you want this, you want that, but then when you get it, you criticize it. Like, you criticize his last name, which was rude as shit. You criticize, now you criticizing that he's actually trying to have a deep conversation. And she claims that he talks as much as she do. I don't believe that. He's boring.
This is the most we've seen him talk.
He's boring, but I appreciate, and the Black Lives Matter shirt. Here for it.
Shout out for, you see I'm rocking my my Black History Month, available at DonnieBosco.com. I'm glad that he, was speaking his mind, was letting her know, look, this is how I feel about things. Of course, the editing was like, oh, he's going on and on and on.
I feel like he
they
was
show her
going
eating
on.
every type of donut, just. But it's at the same time, it's like this is the chance that they have to bond, and I think you might have even retweeted something. She definitely not getting a D now.
Oh, she not.
It's like-
Because she told him, he said, well, what motivates you? Do you, like, is there any, like, goal you have?
I've never
She
thought
was
about
like,
this, ever.
no. I'm like, you're a flight attendant. As a flight attendant, what is your goal? Like, if that's your career choice, what is your...
Attend the flight.
What's the end goal? Just to retire doing that? I could see that.
You see,
if she was to say that, I would have been like, that's dope.
Exactly. She probably got great benefits. She get to
She
fly all
probably
over
do,
the
yeah.
world. You know what I'm saying? She worked for this job and now she got it. And then there you go. Some people don't have ambition to move past where they're at, And I think that's just
but
what...
if I was a flight attendant,
You gonna try to be the chief flight attendant?
yeah, probably.
Or own
That's what I would try
a
to
flight
do.
attendant company or something like that, training or something like that.
Maybe
They do that.
a trainer or
They do that.
something like
They
that.
do that.
Yeah, that would be cool. But that's a good job to have. Cause even when we get on flights, we see older ladies that are flight
Very
attendants,
much.
older men.
Some of them are really nice. Too.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them. All right, Ryan and Clara. That's all I had on them as well. Did you have anything else that you wanted to?
Trying to check and make sure I ain't got nothing.
Make sure. All right, we only got a couple couples left. You know what I'm saying? If not, one more time. Yes, no.
Who?
Ryan and Clara. No. All right, so let's move on. My guy, Vincent and Brianna. We always call them Brinson, but I had to separate them for a second.
Because he was bugging this episode again.
Hey, Vince.
Vince was doing the most.
You looking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just tone it down. I do want to start off with them asking, well,
I don't like Brianna's voice. That baby voice. I hate it.
why does she do that every time?
I don't know.
Twice she came on the camera and I was like, does she sound like that every time or am I bugging?
She does it sometimes and I hate it.
Are they talking to the dogs? Is she talking to him?
No, that's
Is
just
that
her loving voice, I guess.
That's her
I don't know.
her loving voice. You Vinny, what like that. All right. First off, they got the cards. That was what I was excited about.
Before that.
What? Asking about?
Before they got the cards.
What
When
does-
she came in the house, he said, hey, like, I want you to be included in my family.
Oh, yeah, go
He's
ahead.
like, I'm going to give you 4 Spanish words a day. I thought that was so sweet.
That's beautiful.
But also, we have to take Spanish or some language. And she don't know none of these words.
Bicicleta.
Bicicleta. He came in with a bicicleta. I wanted one too.
That was beautiful. You get a bicicleta. Don't worry.
When?
At some point. Don't worry.
Okay. But anyway, I thought it was sweet, but I also was like, these are basic words that you should know because we have to take. How
Cama.
many years of Spanish
I
do you
forgot the
have
other
to
words.
take?
Agua. I don't know if it's absolutely required everywhere,
You have to
especially
you have to take a language.
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, you do. I went to school in Atlanta.
All right, I'm just
You
saying.
have to take 2 or 3 years
All right.
of a language.
She took the basic 2 or 3 years, and that was it.
Bicicleta, we learned that.
Bicicleta
Agua,
is-
we knew that.
Yeah, those are all simple words. So she was like, But I can also understand. Well, we'll get into that more. But yeah, so they asked the questions from the experts. What does love mean to you? They both shared that there was a feeling of vulnerability. Yes, there we go. And looking past each other's flaws, which I thought was beautiful. And then they shared that they both felt that way about each other.
Yeah, they're loving.
They love each other. I thought that was.
They said it.
I thought that was sweet. I forgot who said it first.
She said it. She said, "I feel like I love you."
It's crazy.
She said, "I'm growing in love with you, but
It's
I
crazy.
love you already." Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, they love each other. That was amazing. Again, the Spanish word of the day got me really hyped. Now into
Her
Vinny.
surprise date night.
Yeah. Oh, so that was the thing that took me off guard because it was her idea. It was her idea.
Well, technically, at the wedding, he asked her, "Do you dance or whatever?" I do bachata, whatever. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm interested in learning how to like." She's like, I can dance." So he said that he would be interested in learning something, but I guess he only interested in bachata.
All right,
okay?
So here's the thing we need to understand. All right, and we'll talk about it, and we tweeted about it. Of course, again, I'll post it on Instagram as well. Being part Dominican myself, and also I've DJ'd like a number of like parties in like Hispanic neighborhoods and stuff like that. And the one thing
a number like at least 1,000 Spanish parties, at least.
I appreciate that.
Parties.
Something. I appreciate that. I haven't DJ'd 1,000 parties because I don't DJ
hosted.
that. Yeah, no, I don't DJ that much. But from all the parties that I have DJ'd, my Hispanic friends are very, very particular. All right, you have to know the difference between Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Ecuadorians, Guatemala. You have to know the difference between salsa,
music.
bachata, mariachi. You know what I'm saying? Celia Cruz and Elvis. You know what I'm saying? Like so many different types of music that you have to make sure that you got the right one. And because Brianna did not know what a bicicleta was, I feel like she might have just got excited about the thought of learning to dance and didn't take into account, or maybe she did take into the account that bachata and salsa, they might, if you don't know nothing about them,
it's easy to find a salsa class. Though.
They might
It's not easy to find a bachata class.
That too. There you go. All right. If you, from the outside, if you've never danced, salsa or bachata, you'd be like, oh, that's somewhat the same thing. Just move your feet a little bit. They're very different.
Is easier.
It is. It's very easy. They're very different. Two different types of music and
two different cultures.
So from my experience, when I put a bachata song on, you'll see a few people get up and they'll do their thing for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to play at least 2 or 3 more bachata songs, maybe not the entire thing, but they do their thing, a little Royce, little, you know what I'm saying? Little do their thing. And then you switch the song to something else, like Suavemente, Besame. You know what I'm saying? They some people will sit down and some people will get up. And if you don't play a certain amount of songs or something like that, people will be angry at you. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, oh, no, you got to put this back on. We need to do more bachata. We need to do more of this. We need to do more. Spanish music is not just Spanish music. There's different sects. You know what I'm saying? Just like hip-hop music, R&B music, or anything almost. Yeah. Like rock music.
Soca versus
come on,
reggae.
Man. Come on. People don't even know. People ask for reggae.
They don't know that it's the same. It's different.
People ask for reggae at parties a lot. This is a whole tangent.
What
on
is
music.
reggae?
People ask for reggae a lot, and they mean dance hall usually. Yeah. And dance hall and reggae are different. Between Bob Marley and Vybz Kartel are not the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? As long as y'all feel me, that's all I gotta say. All right,
Thank you for the music.
I had to break it down. I had to break it down all at one time. You know what I'm saying? For the DJs. But Vince was tight. He was tight. He wasn't having it. He was sweating bullets. He was not enjoying himself. He wasn't getting the steps. He was cursing a lot, and it was. I'm
like, it's date night. Like everybody's gonna mess up. Shout out to Bree for those hills though. Let's talk about the.
I'll give her points for that.
She was killing the game
because she knew what she had to do. She knew what she had to work.
But the thing is, if we're both learning something together, like you could get a little bit frustrated, but he was like blown, like his whole day was
tight.
blown.
He
Like
was tight.
I'm like, this is supposed to be fun, and she's like, oh, she's like, well, did you have fun? She's like, I felt like the instructor even felt it.
He was visibly shut down, and yeah, the dude who, if you notice by his mask, I'm pretty sure that was a Cuban flag. Pretty sure it was a Cuban flag on his mask. So we know Vince is Dominican, so he looking at this Cuban dude like, I don't know these moves, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Was tight.
You know what I'm saying? So it was very frustrating to watch him be frustrated. So
I was annoyed.
Yeah, and
I was like, you.
I hope she took it very well, but
she did. But she was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, yeah. But she was like, what he's saying and his face is two different things.
It don't match. I tweeted that.
I see.
I'll post that on Instagram for y'all. The face of him crying behind his mask.
Why is he having a breakdown about salsa? I'm like, what about salsa is making you have a breakdown?
Because once again, he was trying to be smooth and he got embarrassed.
But this is the thing. If you telling your wife you love her and you're able to be vulnerable, like what is his... I feel like he has an obsession with being judged and having to be perfect. You can't be perfect at everything. What is it? I need to know his background. I really need to know.
He's a Dominican man. They're very prideful. Very prideful.
But, yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I guess.
That's all I got to say. Shout out to my Dominicanos. You know what I'm saying? Very prideful. That's all I got to say. Like, any chance that you get, you know what I'm saying?
It's just taking the fun out of
and
everything.
his family, his friends, public, period, any chance that you get to take him out of his element, he's not gonna feel good about it. He's gonna be upset. That's just, but we need Vince. We need you to work on that, bro. That's all. Talk to your queen.
She wasn't judging him.
Exactly. That's the other thing. But
so
he sees it as
the pressure on yourself.
He sees it as like, oh, I'm on the spot now.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Because he talked himself up about bachata, so he like, oh, I gotta kill it now.
He's like, oh, salsa.
No.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, that's all I had about Vincent and Brianna. He was a part of that. No, he wasn't a part of that meetup at Jacob's house after the fact. Yeah, he had something to do earlier.
Jake had a pool party. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jake's house is like quarantine ready. He got the sauna. He got the pool. He got the whole.
Like, come on out.
Gym.
It looked like a really.
It was huge.
It looked like a really.
It looked like
expensive
a cabin.
Airbnb.
In the mountains.
You know how they
That's what it looked like.
How they send them, and I can't wait for this trip too. When they send them away somewhere, it looked like his house was the place that they sent them to,
exactly.
and they was all like, "Damn, y'all got pools, y'all got giant rubber duckies over here, y'all got beers." Nobody knew what being iced was for some reason.
Sorry to say it.
You say it.
That's some white people stuff. I never heard of that before. I never heard of that until watching this show. And I'm like, I saw Clara Ice Ryan.
She
and I'm like,
she
I was like, what is this?
I'm surprised you went to
what is this?
I'm surprised you went to a school with a lot of white folk and you never see. Maybe it evolved after that, but I
was studying.
I've drunken with a lot of white people and I've been iced quite a few times, so it's not the most fun, but I actually like Smirnoff Ice a little bit. So
Smirnoff Ice is alright.
It's alright, but don't tell nobody that because they're gonna try to ice you. So
okay, all
right, cool. All right, moving along. Are we still want to talk about Jacob's house? Or are we getting into?
Can we talk about the pool party? Didn't have nobody was in the pool. Where was the music?
True that.
The little food. You supposed to be grilling at a pool party.
I mean,
was the little
Jacob's house was so big that they were giving a tour the entire time. So like people was walking around. It was like, damn, the sauna, the gym, the arcade room. What else you got going on? Oh, I ain't even been in this room yet before. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, everything's not done in this one. I didn't finish I'm like, damn,
I didn't finish the arcade.
I'm like, bro, they in there with the neon lights and stuff. Like, yo, this is what you got going on up here, Jacob. All right, I see you, bro. I see you. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at his setup at all.
I'm not mad at
and why he tells people about his house nonstop. So Twitter was excited about seeing his house finally too.
His house was kind of lit.
It was lit. I can't be mad at that. He got a dog park, beach, or something like that. He's doing too much with his house. But yes. So we saved. I don't even want to say the best for last, but let's talk about the worst for last. Let's talk about everybody's favorite, Paige and Chris, which you would think they wouldn't still be a part of the show because You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that they included her on the couples activity, and it kind of worked out that Vince wasn't there because her and Brie could kick it and chill and stuff. And again, shout out to Haley for going to hang out with her that time. Like, keep her. She's still in the
Paige and
apartment.
Haley seem like they besties.
You know what I'm saying?
Too.
She's still in the apartment. You know what I'm saying? So she got to still be a part of the show and stuff. So all right. So first time we see Paige. She's meeting with Pastor Dwight.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. She's
it was
meeting
a mess. It was messy boots.
Messy boots.
I think it was because Pastor Dwight reached out to her to meet after the conversation with Chris. Pastor Dwight was divulging all types of information, like, oh yeah, he was engaged when I met him. She's like, with Mercedes? Oh no, before. Oh, he was engaged another time.
Yeah, he had two. Does she know?
She didn't know this. She didn't know this.
I didn't know that she didn't know.
No,
I thought he
didn't
had told
know
her that he had been engaged before.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he made. He said he had been engaged before, but he didn't make it clear that two separate
I've been engaged
engagements.
before, and
Yeah.
I've been engaged before.
Right.
Before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was, he dished out just a little bit of tea. You know what I'm saying? Just saying that, that was the case, and he didn't feel like he felt like Chris should have came to him before making that final decision on. I don't even know how they got connected, honestly, but that's the pastor that married them, so I figured he could find a number somewhere. But I'm kind of glad that they got to meet and chat about this, just so Paige has somebody else to talk to and see a little bit of, I don't want to say Chris's side, but like somebody that is somewhat level-headed from his side of the family, if you will. And
Pastor Dwight just pissed me off because he was like a double head. What did he say? A double-minded man. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You knew that man was double-minded before you encouraged him to get married. So I'm looking at you crazy. You telling me all this information, but you knew this. The fact that you had that Bible scripture prepared, you've been using this. He couldn't wait.
I hope his church get as many new members as he want. But yeah, so them talking about that led into, for some reason, I don't know how this ended up happening.
I don't know how they was talking about the pregnancy.
Yeah.
They started talking about the pregnancy.
And she started to figure... Is that when she figured it out?
She was like, it just didn't make sense.
It didn't add up.
It don't add up.
It didn't add up.
I said that.
It add up. So she may not be pregnant, y'all. She may not be pregnant.
Said that. I said that like 2 episodes ago. She's not pregnant,
She
bro.
may not be pregnant.
I think they crafted this story because she found out that he was married. Mercedes found out he got married. Right. And she was like, well, I want to work it out. So they crafted a fake pregnancy.
Does she?
Because it makes Chris look like less of an asshole to be like, oh, I'm leaving you because I'm having a baby with my ex and I want to raise the baby with my
Something
ex.
Was crafted. I don't know who or what or where, but something was crafted somewhere along that that possible panic attack where he discussed it with her. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But
just the way he came in the room, now I'm replaying it in my head. It seems like when you like, all right, let me get my acting face on.
Get your acting face on.
She's pregnant. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe any of it. Especially, why did the producers know that she was supposedly pregnant? I feel like he plugged it into their information.
Hey, it's possible.
And that's why they were like, oh, you have to tell her. Because they believed the foolishness he said.
Absolutely.
I don't believe it.
Absolutely.
I don't believe it.
All right, so somehow they end up meeting up again, y'all. How did this happen? How do we end up seeing Chris and Paige in the same room again? Who knows? He sits down. She's like, yo, why am I here? Honestly, seriously. He's like, oh, you're smiling at me.
He's like, you're smiling at me.
I'm excited.
I was like... He said, I was mad at you last week. I wanted to smack him. I
feel like we all went through the TV at that point. Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. Mad isn't the word.
I was mad at you last week. Sir, you have no right to be mad at anybody.
He took his madness and put it on to Pastor Dwight. Like, yo, I just feel like it was disrespectful to be talking to her about my business. Like, he didn't even talk to me about it first.
He's supposed to be on my side. Those are the type of people that feel like if they're dead wrong, that their family should still be on their side regardless. All right, so he says he has no new revelations. Then I was like, all right, cool. I realized he called her there to just to see if she would come, is what I think. He
I
calling
think.
her there
Oh,
for
so
it.
I felt that too. I felt that
Yeah.
too because they playing some games, folks. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I feel like there's some games being played. But just when I thought like Paige was gonna sip on, oh, what you drinking over there? I thought she was gonna sip on her drink and dip out. Somehow,
He said that he was scared he's really gonna fall in love with her, and he's scared he's making the wrong decision, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Believe a man's actions, not his words. That's all I gotta say.
why are they trying to work it out?
I think if she's, I don't know if they trying to work it out. It just seemed like she was. Being
Why are they getting a restart?
a restart?
Why
I
does
don't
she agree to
understand
this?
that. I don't know. All I know is she could restart all she want, but she better not give him that cookie again. That's
do
all
it.
I know.
Don't do it.
Paige, don't do it.
He probably got something that night. That's just how I feel. But
Don't do that.
I don't.
I got more faith in her than that. Don't be that.
She
dumb.
restarted though. Hi, I'm Paige. Hi, I'm Chris. What?
That's goofy as hell.
That's all I gotta say. That's
This
all.
episode was annoying.
Yep, that's
Let's
all I
go
got.
to the ratings.
Let's get
I'm over it.
into these ratings, y'all. So of course we got to start with Vincent and Brianna. We've given them consistent 9s, 8s. Last week was an 8. How do you feel about this week, week 9? I'm going to say I'm gonna leave it at an 8.
I think they get a 9 because they loving.
Oh no, they did say they love each other.
loving.
All right. I'll give them. I'll put an 8.5. I'll put an 8.5/9 for Jazz.
Vincent need to work on his. I don't even know what it's called.
Attitude.
I feel like he has a very positive attitude in general. It's just
Attitude when certain things are at play. I guess when something happens and he's just like, I'm not feeling.
he's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I don't know, but
He's too sensitive.
there you go. Sensitivity.
I don't like to say he's sensitive. I
Sensitivity
don't like to call a
training.
man sensitive because it's good. I think it's good for men to be more sensitive, but he's just you the only one sensitive in the room. That's goofy.
Salsa instructor was like, yo, bro, what y'all doing? Like, calm down. It's just steps. So 8.5/9. Eric and Virginia. We've given them 7s since week 5 all the way down.
I'm still gonna give them a 7. I'm
7
just not.
it is. Now, have they made it seem
I
as
feel
if
like they're gonna make it though.
I'm not
I think they're
against
gonna
that.
make it, but I just see some huge red flags with them.
They seem like they're closer to loving each other, right? Have anybody said?
Eric said that he has love for her, but he hasn't. Like it's building up,
Which
but
is
he
great.
definitely feels feelings.
That's a great thing. So another 7 for them. Christopher Williams and Paige. I don't know what her last name is. Banks. Oh, nice. He mad because that's a dope ass last name for you.
It is.
All right. Of course.
0.
0 yet again.
I'm sick of
moving along. I'm this interested in seeing what
There's no space in between your fingers.
that's what I'm saying. Like this interested in seeing what y'all gonna talk about after this. But
I'm done with it.
we'll see. 0s it is. Moving along. Who we got? Jacob and Haley. We gave him a 7.5 last week, which is decent.
But their little date they had towards the end of the show,
Where'd he go?
they went out somewhere.
Oh, they
to eat or
golfed.
whatever.
No, that was Eric
they
and-
went out
That was
somewhere
Eric
to
and Virginia.
eat.
Forgot about that.
And they were talking about traveling. He was talking about going to Prague and stuff. I feel like
Oh, yeah, she's
I
like,
feel
Prague
they
trash.
Might be,
Don't go. I'm like, damn.
I feel like they might. I have a lot of hope for them, to be honest.
Aw.
I really do. I think that's a couple I really want to see work.
You've been riding for Jacob for a little bit.
Jacob
so
is cool, but he just needs to chill out sometimes.
not be super old and calm down on certain things. Yeah. 7.5 last week. What you think is 7?
7.5 is still fair to me.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll agree with you on that one. I'll agree with
They
you.
didn't have a whole blowout this weekend.
Yeah, and again, they're working on their communication. Like even certain things that it's like, ooh, this doesn't look like it's gonna go well. You'll see them later in the episode trying to talk stuff out. So I appreciate that. Last but not least, Ryan and Clara. They've bounced back and forth between
My score is
8 and 7.
boring.
It's boring.
What does that add up to?
I'm not sure. 7?
I don't think they're gonna work. I honestly don't think they're gonna work now.
All right. I'm not mad at it. I'm
He
6.5.
6. I don't even know.
6.
Cause she not getting no sex now for sure.
Right. He's like, oh, you thought I was coming off these heavenly,
Heavenly cheeks.
You thought I was coming off.
No.
So now you're not gonna listen to my TED talk, nah, fuck you now. Nah. Get out of here. So,
all right, guys.
6 for them this week, and that is our last couple. That's all the ratings, folks. We gonna get out of here. We try to keep these episodes as short as we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Again, please don't forget to follow us on Twitter so you can keep up with us during the show. Again, Jazz is live tweeting, and also I'm going to start reposting a lot of the tweets on our Instagram page because people enjoy them so much. Of course, please, thank you to our new subscribers, and don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
Come on, baby. It's right there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please feel free to drop some ratings in the comments for yourselves. If there's anything we might have missed, please feel free to let us know. Or any weird take that you might have on these couples, please let us know so we can get back to you on that. Folks, again, this has been a brand new episode of
The
Jasmine Show. This is Jazz. I'm Vince. And catch you later. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.